Hi guys, today I'm going to be talking all about colored liners, which I think are so fun. They often get ignored because everyday women, a lot of people think, they're unflattering. How can they make them work for every day without looking insane? I promise you, you can do it. I'm going to show you several different looks. This isn't the only one that I'm going to do. I'm going to do a lot of different ones throughout the video. I'm going to give you some tips on eyeshadow to wear with it every day. Different kind of like combinations that you can do that work with pretty much every color of liquid liner, or not liquid liner, but colored liner. With this, it's almost harder to make it look wearable rather than to just slap it on with a super bright look, because that's what is the easiest, that's what you just assume that you use it for. But it can be hard to make it look flattering. It can be hard to make it look like something that you can use every day, but then to still have that very intense, gorgeous, like bright, different look. A lot of women I know probably think to themselves that they're too old, or, it looks kind of teeny bopper or whatever to wear super brightly colored liner, and that's just not the case. I'm going to show you that you can make it look totally wearable. The whole point of eyeliner is to enhance the thickness of your lash line. That's why it normally comes in black, brown. That's why those are the kind of the everyday colors that we wear, because it blends in with our natural lashes. So when you use a color like this, and you can see that through your lashes, and you're thinking, that doesn't look so good. That just looks like a purple line. I'm going to show you how to make that flattering, but still not lose the intense, purple effect. I promise it can be something that you can wear to work, you can wear it to school, and not feel crazy. So I hope that you guys enjoy this, and if you want to see all these looks and pick up some tips, then keep watching. So to get started, for this particular method, or this look, I'm going to use a dark blue, kind of has some sparkle to it, so it's going to make it look a little brighter, liquid liner. This may be something that you want to start with if you're unsure. Pick up a kind of a bright navy. Also, this L'Oreal Hip in midnight blue would be a good option. See, it has some bright, definite color to it, but it's not going to be like neon or anything like that, so it may be a good color to work with. And I'm going to use the Givenchy Paradise liner. Looks like this. It's, a liquid liner. And I'm just going to apply that to my upper lash line. The mirror is totally not turned on. You can see it's very intense. It looks almost black. So you can make it as thick or as thin as you want. As you can see, I did this one pretty thick, and I winged it out very large on the outer, outer edge. Alright, then I kind of continued the line on my lower lashes. You just put just a little bit, and smear it in just a little. So this is a good option. It's blue. It's not like hit you in the face, bam, electric blue, but it's still really, really gorgeous. If you wanted to do, kind of ease into the bright blue a little bit more, you could take an actual, much brighter blue product. You could do this in place of this lower part. This is my technical liner in Artistic License. It's very blue. If you have Blue Peep fluid line, that would work too. Just instead of that lower color down there, you could use this. I'm not saying put down the blue, the darker one, then do this. I'm just saying if you're already comfortable with it, instead of using that on the lower, put this. I just didn't want to, remove it. It gives pretty much the same effect. So that's another option. You've got the dark blue on top, but then you've got the, the really colorful blue on the bottom. You could do that with greens. You could do a darker green and then a lighter green, darker purple, brighter purple. Alright, so I'm going to move on to using brighter colors, much brighter colors, and how to make those work. But, this is a really good technique, I think, with using these bright colors, getting used to them. Maybe if you don't want to apply a bright color to your upper lash line, this is a good option. Rather than just using black and then adding that pop of color down here, it kind of ties everything together. Now we're going to move on to using much brighter colors if you wanted to use them all over. How to make that wearable on your upper lash line as well. Alright, now I'm going to talk about using much brighter colors. This is another one that happens to be Urban Decay. I love their liquid liners. This one is, what is it called? Ecstasy. It's a very bright purple. And when you're using these bright colors on your actual upper lash line, sometimes people are uncomfortable with that. They don't think that it looks very flattering, because eyeliner really is supposed to mimic the natural thickness of your lashes. So when you put a bright color, sometimes it just doesn't It's not very flattering, but there are ways to make any bright color flattering. So I'm just going to take it and just do what you would typically expect to do with a liner. I'm just going to go right in and line my entire upper lash line. You can tell how light it is, but when you look at it, it's very, you know, noticeable. You can make the line as thin or as thick as you want. I kind of did it, you know, right there in between. And then I'm going to take just a little bit more and apply it to my lower lash line. This gets so mixed up in my eyelashes. Just very, very, you know, thin. You want to keep it very close to the lash line. And I'm going to take it in about halfway. And then just kind of smooth out that line. You don't want that lower line to be as defined as the upper one, generally. When you back up and look at it, it's kind of fun because it's purple, obviously, but it doesn't give you that kind of defined lash line. So what you can do is you can take either a very, very dark brown, I prefer black, or a black, and take a gel, take a really precise pen one like this MAC Penultimate liner, a pencil, or, you know, a thicker liquid liner that has a thicker brush may not be as precise. I'm going to take this and I am just going to run it right at my lash line. You don't want to see a black line and then the color. You don't want to have that effect. You want to see mostly color. You just want to mush this almost right at the lash line so that it blends in with the lashes. You don't want to have that stripe effect going on where you have two different striped eyeliners. You just want it to be very, very close to the lashes. And you can even do that on the bottom. Be very, very careful at the bottom because that's where it's going to be, you know, most noticeable. That's why I like this Penultimate one. It is so, so small and precise. And this effect, you want it to be very subtle. You don't want to see, as I said, the black stripe or the black line. That's not really the point. And that kind of creates the look of this darker purple that kind of goes out into this really bright purple. And you can use that technique with any color. I'm going to show you what that looks like as well. This one is a little brighter, so that might show you even more. Alright, so when you are wearing these very bright eyeliner looks, something to think about is eyeshadow, obviously. Now you can combine these with, you know, a similar color, with whatever. If you really just wanted to go all out, you want it to be very bright, there's nothing wrong with that. If you're wanting to do this more of like a day-to-day thing, you want to wear this, you know, even to work, or you want to just go somewhere where you don't feel like you've gone over the top, but you still want to wear these pretty colors, my biggest suggestion would be to keep the lid natural. That's what I always do when I wear these. It's funny because every time I ever wear an eyeliner this bright, or if I ever do this, you know, just going to the mall or going to dinner or whatever, I always have someone notice it. Someone always says something about it. They always say how pretty it is and they want to know what color it is. So I think it's kind of fun because it does, not so that you get compliments, but it does grab attention. It is very noticeable. So about your eyeshadow, I would obviously, you know, suggest that you do this before you start, before you apply your colors, before you start applying the eyeliner themselves. But I wanted to just go ahead and get into the liner and, you know, so I didn't show that to begin with. So what I would recommend is to use a concealer, any kind of like paint pot, whatever. This is soft ochre, which is more yellow based. I prefer Painterly, but it's not in here right now. So I would just kind of cover up any, like, I have veins, you know, you can see just a little bit on my brow bone. Just, you know, don't create a really light lid, because then that can kind of, you know, offset the colors and then make you look, you know, makes it, you know, just not look right. I don't know how to describe it. But just dab it over the color, or the areas that are, I've already done this eye, so I'm just doing this one, that are discolored. So you still want it to look like that there's, you know, some depth and definition. If you get it too light, or if you feel like you want a little bit more, what I would do is I would take a bronzer and just an eyeshadow brush, or a really, really fluffy eyeshadow brush. I guess I would take this one, this would be better. Get it right on the tip and just kind of go right in the crease where it does not look, you know, defined at all. You can't tell that I applied a crease color, but it just kind of makes your lid look more natural. Kind of creates, you know, makes it look like you've, you know, haven't applied anything, you haven't paled out your eyelid, but it still looks like there's no discoloration and it looks very smooth, but at the same time it looks natural. That makes sense, right? So colored eyeliner to me is so fun. It is one of the most versatile products that you can have as an individual, as a makeup artist, whatever you do. It's just really, really fun. From pencils, I really like these Urban Decay ones, you know, the 24/7 liquid ones, which these are awesome. Like I said, you could use these for the obvious eyeliner. You could put a little bit on your finger, kind of pinch it over your mascara, put it on a mascara brush itself, on a spoolie brush, and kind of, you know, coat your lashes. You don't have to buy colored mascaras in a million colors that are going to be bad in a few months anyways. And then, of course, these MAC fluid lines. Is this? No, this is green. I think this is discontinued. Yeah, it is. I'm not going to show that. But, you know, these bright colors, any of the little, you know, gel liners, you can use them on a brush. You can, like, use them as, like, face paint. You can, like, make little designs on your face if you're doing something, you know, for Halloween, or if you're doing, like, a themed look for any kind of event. If you have a product that's waterline safe, I might take, like, my 24/7 pencil and put a little bit right here, right below my iris. And it creates that cool, like, blue-eyed effect. It just reflects off of your eyes. I don't know. It's really, really cool. Okay, now I have to do this side too. So colored eyeliners are extremely fun to play around with. You can, I mean, there's just endless things that you can do. Don't be afraid of pink. Don't be afraid of anything. You can do this technique, you know. And if you wanted to make it more wearable, you know, keep your lids bare. Use the little trick that I did with the black thin eyeliner, and you're good to go. So I hope that this helps kind of demystify the colored eyeliners, because I know I'm very hesitant to pick them up day to day, and I kind of forget a lot of times that, you know, I can totally wear them and make them wearable and, you know, wear it just like you would a black or anything like that. But it is a cool option to throw in every once in a while. So I hope that you guys enjoy this, and I will talk to you all very soon. Bye. Hey everyone, today I'm going to be and that's what mascara, or that's what eyeliner, what are you saying, Milk? Just after you've applied your eyeliner, after you've applied your mascara.